So, and another question may arise, how can a sound invoke a realization within a person? So you have to understand that the mantras were not at an intellectual level. They were realizations.
Right.
And the sages who received a particular mantra, now that we are referring to, they taught the mantra in exact form which they received it.
Right.
So that when the disciple recites, he tunes himself with that frequency and he gains the potential to realize that truth experientially. So again, an analogy. So how can sound, because the way we learn something is intellectual. We use sight, we use memory, right? So how can sound invoke a realization? So maybe another analogy would be, let's say someone is crossing the road. He's not aware of the traffic and a vehicle is about to hit him, and the vehicle will naturally stop, the driver will stop, and let's say he honks. When he honks, the bystander or the person who is yes. So just from that sound, various forms of knowledge gets awakened within him. It happens in a split, maybe a microsecond, right? So there's no intellectual dissection there. He doesn't need to intellectually or use his logic to decipher what that honk would actually translate to. Just by that mere honk, his whole system realizes the potential of a danger. He gets an adrenaline rush, he gets into a fight and flight reaction, right? His heartbeat increases and he gets into a survival mode.
Right.
Yes, he suddenly gains immense, enormous amount of energy and he probably leaps or jumps or rolls something.
Yeah.
So where's that knowledge coming from? It's just from the trigger of that sound. So this is just to show that sound, mere sound, can invoke a lot of potential within us.
Yes.
And it does not need to go through the logic.
Yes.
Because what we refer to as logic or intellect is simply whatever that we use our mind to understand something is based on what we have already been introduced to.
Yes.
For example, if I ask someone to think of a new color today, they won't be able to do that. Let's say I ask someone to close his eyes and think of a new color, they would not be able to do that. They can only think of colors which they have perceived. So that is the limitation of the mind. So the mind cannot explore or comprehend something which it has not been exposed to.
Yes, that first introduction